Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today's another LEGO Weekly News update. There are better official images now for the LEGO Spider-Man Homecoming sets. Also, Cars 3 has a lot of official images now. The secret minifig for Collectible Minifigure Series 17 is not secret anymore. We know who it's going to be, and there's some great pictures for that. And there's also some more controversial stuff coming up sort of towards the end of the episode. Anyways, let's get into it.
And one more quick thing before we get into the news, there are always sales happening on Amazon. We've got a ton of links for those discounted LEGO sets, so you can always check those out in the description below. And these are some of the new sets that have been recently discounted this week. Okay, now let's get into the official images. The first time these sets were actually seen was back when the New York Toy Fair happened, but now these are the official pictures and we get a few more details and just a higher quality image, so we can kind of pour over just how good or bad these minifigs look. And speaking of which, something that kind of surprised me is the Spider-Man, I believe, is exclusive here. This is the ATM heist battle. And I think the only thing that's different about him is the symbol on the chest. The spider on the chest is just slightly different from the one we got from the previous version. The thieves look really great with the superhero masks on one side and then the totally beat up faces on the other. And in a general tone, I think the ATM heist battle is a pretty decent set and fairly priced, actually, at $20. Now, the second set is something I'm definitely looking forward to a bit more. This is Beware the Vulture. Here we get a better look at the new Iron Man minifig. He's back to the Iron Man helmet that is consistent with the rest of the Avengers movies and all the other different cinematic universe releases of this character, where now the Vulture minifig, on the other hand, has the new helmet piece, which I thought was going to be just an exclusive Iron Man helmet piece, but it turns out they're just adding it to a lot of different characters now. I really do think we have some excellent detailing that make up the wings for the Vulture, especially the new Nexo Knight shield pieces that have finally been repurposed for something other than being a Nexo Knight shield piece. And I gotta say, that moving van looks like it's a really good build. It feels like it's gonna be a solid build, both as a regular car and a weapon. I just really like that it is so well hidden. Also, this is our first good look at the new Shocker minifig. As far as I can tell, his only real exclusive printing is what makes up the torso, but it is pretty incredible, especially like that arm printing. All right, let's move on to another pretty major reveal in terms of sort of official images being revealed, and these are all of the Cars 3 sets. This time around, they are sort of mixed in with juniors, which is kind of interesting. I think LEGO figured this is just going to be the demographic of people that are going to be into this particular theme, so a lot of younger kids are going to like this. The first one being a Lightning McQueen speed launcher. So not only is this going to be the Lightning McQueen set, but it looks like they've got some maybe spring-loaded action that's going to be able to shoot him off of the little starting line. There is also a set for Cruz Ramirez. This is the race simulator set. Then here is Guido and Luigi's pit stop. Still only 75 pieces for two different characters and a little land build. These guys are very light in the part count. And then next is Mater's Junkyard. I have no doubt this is going to be one of the more popular of the sets. He has an engine block piece that can be taken on or off for his nose. And moving on to the slightly larger sets, this is Willie Butte's speed training. This is the dirt track, or like parts that are supposed to kind of make up the dirt track. And then the last two are a little bit larger with Smokey's Garage. This includes 3 cars and sort of a little maintenance area with a crane. And the last one is Thunder Hollow Crazy 8 Race. I believe this is going to have Lightning McQueen again, but he's got different printing that shows he's a bit muddied up and dirty. And I think this is one of those racing tracks where you're doing all that crisscross stuff and you hope you don't smash into the next guy crossing your path. If these sets are anywhere as popular as the previous version of Cars sets for LEGO, then there's a good chance that these LEGO Juniors Cars sets are probably going to be some of the most profitable sets of 2017. Only time will tell, and maybe this is going to have to do whether or not people even like the third Cars movie. Maybe not. Moving further down in news, yet again, we've got some more reveals. This is for the Collectible Minifigures Series 17. This time around, the 16th minifigure from the series has been labeled with a question mark until now. A particular person managed to pick up one of these figs in Billund and put it up on his Instagram. And now this is probably the closest detail we have for any of the figures, ironically enough. We're looking at the Highwayman. I gotta say, the detailing is excellent with the dual molded legs and the printing that kind of goes all around. I think the character is relatively interesting, but personally, I cannot tell why LEGO decided to keep this one a mystery. He doesn't seem any much more unique than any of the other collectible figs that we've gotten or just generally get. I have to say, I am looking forward to him maybe just a little bit more than some of the other guys, but not by some massive margin. I really do like that we get the gunmetal mold for those old musket type pistols. I think that's a relatively new color that we got him in. Other than that, I think it was just the Silent Mary that had some of those pistols. Now, with the upcoming Lego Ninjago movie, DK Books has shown off some of their new books that are going to have to do with this particular release. One of them being the Lego Ninjago movie Shark Attack book, as well as the Secret Ninja Force book. We get a slightly better look at what some of these minifig characters are going to be. Most likely, we're going to be getting all of these guys in some way, shape, or form within the sets that are going to be released for the movie. And like always, it looks like the villain minifigs are going to be my favorite for this Ninjago series once again. Oh yeah, there's also going to be this sticker collection book, and with this alternate picture here, you can see some of the sets that are most likely going to end up being sets. A few we might have seen in previous pictures before, but they are maybe just a little bit more clear. The mechs look great. We have some sort of jellyfish robot. That sand green dragon is probably going to be the bee's knees, I think. And once again, this sort of sea creature hybrid thing we've got going on with the bad guys is going to be a really fun thing, I think, for collectors and also just playable minifigs. I suppose we can move right along with some more news about the DK books. One of their upcoming works is going to be Lego DC Comics Superheroes Build Your Own Adventure book, and this is going to include an exclusive minifigure like they often do. The news is that we just found out who it is. It's going to be the John Stewart Green Lantern. This is the third exclusive Green Lantern fig that Lego has produced, and I think he's going to be the coolest. Now here is a news story that I think is probably one of the more important ones of the week. It certainly has been traveling around the community for quite a while, and that is that there is a new Chinese brick company, another company that makes interlocking brick pieces that are pretty darn close to Lego, but not actually Lego. Anyways, those guys have actually managed to assemble and produce very popular MOCs from other Lego builders. Now, some of the stories I'm hearing are conflicting, where I believe some of these builders cooperated with the company and allowed them to use their designs, assuming for a profit margin from the sales, while other designers that are having their sets produced by this new company did not give permission, and they're simply stealing the projects, much like Lepin has done in the past. And I think what's basically happening is other companies are taking advantage of how popular certain MOCs are and certain builders and designs are within the Lego community, and they are turning those into sets when normally Lego Group does not. There's a lot of discussion about whether or not this is a good thing, with Lego designers switching over to letting other companies create sort of imitation products based on their own builds. Personally, I don't really have a problem with this, assuming of course that the designer actually gave over their MOC to the company to use. If the demand for these builds is high enough, there's a good chance another company will just simply steal it, and I'd prefer the designers getting some sort of credit or payment for what is ultimately being sold for a profit by a third party. On a personal note, here at BrickVault, we are purists here for Lego. We're not going to be buying any of these third-party sets, but no judgment to those that want to pay a cheaper price for a cheaper brick. Lego is expensive, and some of these MOCs delve into themes that the company would never sort of touch in real life. So I think what we're looking at is basically an inevitability of the interlocking brick market. Anyways, if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section below, because based on the comment sections of a few of these other news articles that are talking about this exact same thing, there is not a whole lot of consensus about whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like people are leaning towards this is a bad thing, but anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think the last story worth mentioning is that the Lego Batman movie has a bunch of different home media store sort of exclusive packages, depending on where you might pick up if you do want to pick up the movie. Walmart has a special sort of exclusive version. Some come with lunch boxes. Target, I believe, comes with an exclusive Batgirl fig, or the exclusive Batgirl fig that came out with the poly bag, as well as some postcards. Anyways, the brickfan.com has a better sort of article written up about what each set includes, so I will leave a link for that, as well as links for everything I was talking about in this episode. I will leave all the links for that information in the video description below.
Okay, so that is it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember to tune in same time next week for another LEGO Weekly News update. And also tomorrow, Sunday, is Top 10 Mocks of the Week. Just some cool LEGO custom builds that we happen to see, and we just talk about it. So anyways, hope you guys check out that stuff. And if you enjoy our content, like, subscribe, do what you want to do. And we'll see you next time at BrickVault.